Welcome to Learn English with Podcast. Today, our amazing hosts, Luca and Maria, are here to take you through another exciting episode. Luca, Maria, over to you.
All right, so today we're diving into something pretty interesting, the power of gratitude.
Okay.
And not just like, the surface level feel good kind of stuff.
Right.
We all know that feeling, right? Like when maybe you lost your phone and then you find it like wedged in the couch cushions.
Oh, yeah.
You get that like relief, like, phew.
Yeah,
That's gratitude, right? Like a little taste of it.
totally.
But imagine if that feeling wasn't just like a fleeting moment,
Yeah.
What if like really appreciating what you have could actually like change your brain
Interesting.
and like actually improve your life in ways you haven't even thought of?
Okay. I like where this is going.
Have you ever thought about gratitude like that?
Yeah.
Like having real lasting impact?
Yeah, not really. I'm curious to hear more.
Oh, and hey, before we really get into this,
Yeah.
we put a ton of work into these deep dives for you guys. So
Of course.
if you're getting something out of this,
Yeah.
please hit that like button.
Yeah, definitely.
Share it with anyone who might find it interesting.
Spread the knowledge.
And subscribing helps us keep bringing you these explorations. So,
Absolutely.
all right, now let's really dig in.
All right, let's do it.
So where do we even start with this whole gratitude thing?
Well, it's a good place to begin. I think a lot of times people see gratitude as just a simple thing, right?
Like just saying thank you?
Yeah, exactly. Like a polite thank you.
Right.
But when you look at the science that's coming out,
Yeah.
it's becoming clear that gratitude is so much more than just a nice feeling.
It's like an actual thing.
Yeah, it's a practice with real effects on our minds and bodies.
Okay, so that's what we're getting at today, right?
Yeah.
The actual science behind it.
Exactly.
It's not just some fluffy concept.
No.
When you actively practice gratitude, your brain releases some pretty powerful chemicals,
Wow, yeah.
specifically dopamine and serotonin.
Right, those.
You've probably heard of those before, right? Dopamine, it's like the pleasure and reward chemical.
Yeah, that feeling of satisfaction.
Exactly. And serotonin helps regulate our mood, makes us feel calmer, more content.
So basically, by being grateful, we're giving ourselves a natural mood boost.
Yeah. And dialing down the stress.
Pretty cool system.
Right. Does that like resonate with your own experience at all?
Let me think about that. Yeah, actually, I can think of a few times when I was feeling stressed and then I took a moment to appreciate something, and I definitely felt a shift in my mood.
See, it's like a built-in mechanism for feeling better.
It really is. And the thing is, it goes beyond just those immediate chemical releases.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there's actually evidence that shows changes in the structure of the brain.
Whoa, hold on, really?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. There was one study where they had people keep a gratitude journal for just 3 weeks,
Okay.
and they found increased activity in a part of the brain called the medial prefrontal cortex.
Okay. The what now?
The medial prefrontal cortex.
That sounds kind of technical.
It is a bit, but it's a really important part of the brain.
What does it do?
It's involved in decision-making and emotional regulation.
So like helping us make good choices and manage our emotions?
Exactly. So the fact that practicing gratitude can boost activity in this area suggests that it's not just making us feel good temporarily.
It's like actually improving our ability to stay level-headed and make good decisions over time.
Precisely. What do you think about that connection?
It's wild. It's like you're working out a muscle, but for your brain's ability to handle emotions and make smart choices.
That's a great way to put it. It reminds me of this analogy I heard about neural pathways.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
It's like our brains have these paths, like trails in a forest.
Okay, I can see that.
And when we constantly focus on the positive stuff in our lives.
We're walking down those happy trails, making them clearer and easier to follow.
Exactly. But if we keep dwelling on the negative.
We're like hacking through the negative trails, making them stronger.
Yeah, and our brains are amazing at adapting. This is what we call neuroplasticity.
Oh, I've heard of that.
What we focus on, what we think and feel repeatedly shapes the connections between our brain cells.
So by choosing to focus on gratitude, we're literally strengthening those positive pathways.
Making those feelings more accessible. And here's the cool part.
What's that?
Just like any habit, the more you practice gratitude, the easier it gets.
It becomes more automatic, less effort.
It goes from a conscious effort to just a natural way of thinking.
Totally. I've experienced that with other habits I've tried to build, like
what?
Like exercising regularly or meditating.
Yeah, great examples. At first it takes effort, but then it becomes second nature.
Right. So it sounds like this whole rewiring through gratitude can lead to some pretty big changes in our lives.
Definitely not just a temporary mood lift.
More like long-term transformation.
Absolutely. And these effects ripple out into so many areas of our lives.
Like what specifically?
Well, for example, the impact on mental well-being is huge. Research shows that people who regularly express gratitude are way less likely to experience anxiety and depression.
How much less likely?
Some studies say by as much as 40%.
40%? That's massive.
It is, and it makes sense, right? If you're focusing on what you're thankful for,
Your mind is less focused on worries and negative thoughts?
it's a fundamental shift in perspective, and this also plays out in our relationships.
How so?
Remember we talked about oxytocin, the bonding hormone?
Yeah.
Well, expressing appreciation towards others triggers the release of oxytocin, which strengthens our emotional connections.
So gratitude can deepen our relationships.
Exactly. When you feel seen and appreciated, and when you actively acknowledge and appreciate others, it creates this positive feedback loop.
Can you think of a time when expressing gratitude made a relationship stronger for you?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Even just a simple thank you from the heart can make a huge difference in how connected you feel to someone.
And it's not just our minds and relationships, right? I was surprised to learn about the connection to physical health.
Absolutely. Studies have found links between gratitude and a whole range of physical benefits.
Like what?
People who practice gratitude have reported things like stronger immune systems, lower blood pressure, even better sleep quality.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. While the exact mechanisms are still being studied, it's believed that the reduction in stress hormones plays a big role.
Makes sense. Stress is so bad for us.
It really is. And there's also evidence of increased heart rate variability, which is a sign of a healthy, resilient heart.
So by being more grateful, we could actually be boosting our physical health too.
It seems that way. That's pretty amazing.
And I also read about gratitude's connection to resilience, like our ability to bounce back from tough times.
That's a crucial point. Gratitude helps us keep things in perspective when we face challenges.
Instead of getting bogged down by the problems.
Yeah, it allows our brains to also see and appreciate the good that might still be there.
Even in difficult situations.
Exactly. There was a study with war veterans who had PTSD.
Wow.
And those who practiced gratitude actually saw a reduction in their symptoms.
It's incredible. By focusing on possibilities and strengths, gratitude becomes like a shield against adversity.
It's a powerful tool for navigating life's ups and downs. Does that align with how you've seen people cope with difficult situations?
Definitely. I've seen it firsthand. People who can find those little glimmers of hope, even in the darkest times, they tend to bounce back stronger.
Resilience is key, and there's another fascinating finding about happiness and gratitude.
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
Researchers had participants write a letter of gratitude to someone they appreciated,
Okay.
and the results were pretty amazing. These people reported a 25% increase in their happiness level.
Oh, that's a big jump.
And here's the kicker. Those positive effects lasted for months.
Months from just one letter.
It's a powerful example of how even a single focused expression of appreciation can have a profound impact on our well-being.
Have you ever written a gratitude letter?
You know, I have, and it was a really interesting experience.
What was it like for you?
It forced me to really think about the specific qualities I admired in that person and how they'd positively influenced my life.
It sounds like a really valuable exercise.
It was, so it's pretty clear the science backs it up. Gratitude isn't just some feel-good notion.
It has real effects on our brains, our health, our relationships.
Absolutely, but the question is, how do we actually make this a habit?
Yeah, how do we build that gratitude muscle?
Well, luckily, research has also given us some practical tools for cultivating gratitude.
Oh, good, because I need those.
One well-known method is called the 3 good things exercise.
Oh, I've heard of that one. What's the gist?
It's super simple. Every evening before bed, you write down 3 things that happened that day that you were grateful for.
Okay.
And you also write down why you were grateful for each one.
So it's not just listing them out.
Right. You're consciously focusing on the positive and why it mattered to you. This trains your brain to actively look for those good moments throughout the day.
It's like rewiring your brain to be more attuned to the good stuff.
Exactly. Have you tried this technique?
I have, on and off, and I definitely noticed that it helps me see the day in a more positive light.
Even on those tough days.
Especially on those tough days, it's like finding those silver linings.
What other technique can we try?
Well, we already talked about gratitude letters.
Right. Writing a heartfelt letter to someone you appreciate, outlining why you value them and how they've impacted you.
It's powerful stuff, even if you never send the letter.
Exactly. The act of writing it can boost your own happiness and create a sense of connection.
It's such a deliberate and thoughtful way to express gratitude.
And the benefits go both ways.
I love that. What's another science-backed method for cultivating gratitude?
Here's one that's easy to incorporate into your daily life: mindful gratitude.
Okay, what is that?
It's about taking little pauses throughout your day, even just 10 seconds, to intentionally appreciate small moments.
Like what kind of moments?
It could be anything: the taste of your coffee, the feeling of the sun on your skin, a nice chat with someone.
Those little things we often rush past
Exactly, but when you consciously acknowledge them, they add up.
and contribute to an overall sense of gratitude.
Can you think of a small moment today that you could have paused to appreciate?
Yeah, actually, there was this moment when I was walking outside and the sun felt so warm on my face, and I just took a deep breath, and it felt really good, but I didn't really stop to appreciate it.
See, those are the moments we want to capture.
It's not about huge gestures or life-altering events.
It's about those small, consistent acts of noticing and appreciating the good that's already there.
So gratitude isn't about ignoring the bad stuff or pretending everything's perfect.
No, it's about training our brains to see the good alongside the challenges.
It's a scientifically proven way to improve our mental and physical health, our relationships, and live a more fulfilling life.
And the best part is you don't need some big event to trigger gratitude.
You can start right now by appreciating something as simple as the sunshine and a laugh, or even just being alive today.
It's about consciously shifting our focus one small moment at a time.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the science of gratitude, here's a final thought to leave you with.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think about those simple things you might have overlooked today. A kind word from someone, the comfort of your home, a moment of peace and quiet.
I like it.
What small, seemingly insignificant moment could you take a second to appreciate right now? And how might consistently noticing these little sparks of good change your perspective and your life over time?
That's a powerful question.
It is. It's something to really ponder.
I'll definitely be thinking about that.
Me too. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into gratitude.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, stay curious and keep appreciating the good stuff.
See you then.
Bye.
Imagine this. You rushing out the door, keys jangling, late for a meeting, and you almost trip over a misplaced shoe. A moment of frustration flares, but then you notice a tiny, hand-drawn card tucked beside it. Your child's clumsy attempt at a thank you for helping them with their homework the night before. Suddenly, the annoyance melts away, replaced by a warm, almost fizzy feeling. Or perhaps you're scrolling through social media, bombarded by curated perfection, and a wave of inadequacy washes over you. Then, a friend sends a simple text. Just wanted to say, I really appreciate you. The digital noise fades, and you're left with a quiet sense of being seen and valued. These fleeting moments, these tiny shifts in perspective, are where the power of gratitude resides. It's not about grand gestures or sweeping pronouncements. It's about recognizing and acknowledging the good that exists, even amidst the chaos of everyday life. Gratitude, at its core, is a conscious acknowledgement of the positive aspects of our lives. It's a deliberate shift in focus from what we lack to what we have, from the problems we face to the blessings we enjoy. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about finding the silver linings, the glimmers of light that often get lost in the shadows of our worries. When we cultivate gratitude, we train our minds to notice the good, to appreciate the small moments of joy, the acts of kindness, the simple pleasures that make life meaningful. We start to see the beauty in a sunrise, the comfort of a warm cup of tea, the laughter of a friend. These seemingly insignificant details, when acknowledged, accumulate into a powerful sense of contentment. The science behind gratitude is compelling. Studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can have profound effects on our mental and physical well-being. It can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost our immune system, and even lower blood pressure. When we express gratitude, our brains release dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters associated with happiness and well-being. These neurochemicals not only make us feel good in the moment, but also contribute to a more positive and resilient mindset over time. Furthermore, gratitude has been linked to increased feelings of optimism, empathy, and social connection. When we appreciate what others do for us, we're more likely to reciprocate kindness, and build stronger relationships. Beyond the individual benefits, gratitude has a ripple effect, extending outwards to our communities and the world at large. A simple thank you can brighten someone's day, inspire them to pay it forward, and create a chain reaction of positivity. When we express gratitude for the natural world, we're more likely to take care of it, to protect its beauty and resources. When we acknowledge the contributions of those who came before us, we honor their legacy and build a foundation for future generations. Gratitude fosters a sense of interconnectedness, reminding us that we're all part of something larger than ourselves. However, cultivating gratitude isn't always easy. In a world that often prioritizes achievement and acquisition, it can be challenging to pause and appreciate the present moment. We're bombarded with messages that tell us we need more, that we're not enough, that happiness lies in external validation. But gratitude is an antidote to this relentless pursuit of more. It's a reminder that true contentment comes from within, from recognizing the abundance that already exists in our lives. So, how do we cultivate this powerful practice? Start small. Begin by simply noticing the good things in your day, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Keep a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Express your appreciation to the people in your life, both verbally and through acts of kindness. Take time to savor the simple pleasures, the taste of a delicious meal, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of birdsong. Practice mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment without judgment. And perhaps most importantly, cultivate gratitude for yourself, recognizing your own strengths, resilience, and inherent worth. One powerful aspect of gratitude is its ability to shift our perspective during difficult times. When faced with adversity, it's easy to get caught up in negativity and despair, but gratitude can help us find the lessons and opportunities for growth that often emerge from challenging experiences. It allows us to reframe our narratives, to see setbacks as stepping stones, and to find strength in our resilience. It's not about denying the pain or minimizing the struggle, but about acknowledging the possibility for transformation and growth. Gratitude is not a passive emotion, it's an active practice. It requires conscious effort, intentionality, and a willingness to see the world through a lens of appreciation. It's about shifting our focus from what we lack to what we have, from the problems we face to the blessings we enjoy. It's about recognizing the beauty in the ordinary, the kindness in strangers, and the love in our relationships. It's about embracing the present moment, savoring the simple pleasures, and finding joy in the journey. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, gratitude offers a sense of stability and peace. It reminds us that even in the midst of adversity, there is always something to be grateful for. It's a powerful force that can transform our lives, our relationships, and our communities. It's a reminder that true happiness lies not in what we have, but in what we appreciate. So let us cultivate gratitude, not just as a fleeting emotion, but as a way of life. Let us embrace the power of appreciation and create a world filled with kindness, compassion, and joy. Let us, together, unlock the transformative potential of a grateful heart.
Thank you for watching. Your journey to better English and unstoppable confidence starts here. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing together. See you in the next video, champion.